Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Okay, so before we get started, everything I say in this video is my opinion, mine alone. Please feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. With that being said, let's do this. Okay, so before I get just did that. Okay, so I want to talk about Trisha Paytas' wedding. Now, I've come to 3 conclusions of what this wedding was. 1, it was a real wedding. 2 people who love each other. 2, it was a marriage of convenience. 3, one of Trisha's little plays, musicals, that she likes to do. Like what she done with her Beetlejuice, and you know what I mean if you know Trisha. So, I don't believe it was a real wedding. Something just don't sit right. And if I'm wrong, I will admit it. But I don't feel like I am. Marriage of convenience. Now, that is a big possibility. Because Trisha has been desperate, and I mean desperate, to get married for a long time. Now, let's go back to Jason Nash. Trisha drove a car into his house, held him at knife point, also holding him hostage while gun against his throat, knife against his throat. I am getting so confused this morning. And she would threaten to leave him if he refused to have adult relations 6 times a day or more. She also got Jason to get injections in his, I'm going to use my 6-year-old word, dinky, to make sure that he could keep it standing to attention, so to speak. So you could tell that she was in love with Jason. There was this chemistry there. And not just for her, but for both of them, to some degree. Clearly, towards the end, it wasn't working. And they really wasn't a suitable couple. And you have to admit a lot of that is to do with Trisha. She is very domineering. She is extremely fragile. And will pop off at the click of a finger. Now, she admitted to violence in the past. Not only with Jason, but also with Moses. As you can see here in this picture, there's always pictures. There has to be pictures. This is Moses' arm. This was done by Trisha. Now, I'm not trying to be rude, but Moses doesn't look like the fragile type of guy. Now, I could again be wrong. He may be very fragile, and he may bruise at the slightest touch. But looking at him, how I wouldn't assume that he was that way. So, but again, Trisha did also, in the end, admit to doing it. And she also admitted to taking his keys and his phone and not allowing him to leave. So, once again, holding a man hostage. Trisha, I believe, has admitted to DV a number of times now. She says she's better. I don't see how. And then there's the musical, which Trisha likes musicals, and that would have been fun for her. So, Moses. How did they meet and how did they get to where they are now is the question. So, Ethan Klein, Moses' brother-in-law, was doing a show, The Bachelor. Trisha was a bachelor. Moses was a contestant. And then lockdown happened. Trisha and Moses decided it was a good idea to stay together, friends with benefits. That's all it was going to be. Until Trisha found Moses speaking to other women. Then she hit the roof. She took Moses' phone, threw them. Moses' keys and threw them, took his phone and refused to give it back to him. The 26th of December last year, 2020, Moses proposed to Trisha. Now you know Trisha is not going to say no. Trisha has been waiting for this question for a very, very long time. Like, Trisha was saying yes before Moses could get down on one knee. You know it. And since that happened, Moses has fallen out with his sister and brother-in-law, which I feel is Trisha taking him away from his loved ones, which happens in DV relationships all the time. Fast forward, there's a put a finger down video put out by Trisha herself until she realised how bad it was. Now I'm going to insert that video in right here.
Put a finger down, toxic relationship edition. Put a finger down if they wouldn't let you hang out with the opposite sex. Put a finger down if they wouldn't let you like certain people's photos. Put a finger down if they got mad if you didn't respond in 5 minutes. Put a finger down if they ever got physical or threw something at you. Put a finger down if they ever forced you sexually. Put a finger down if you got to keep your location services on. Put a finger down if they threatened to kill themselves if you tried to break up with them. Put a finger down if they've called you names. Put a finger down if they called you overly sensitive, but really they were just being mean. And lastly, put a finger down if they ruined your life.
Now, I wouldn't say any of those questions were great. Excuse me. Since it says put a finger down if you're not allowed to speak to people of the opposite sex. Moses puts a finger down. Put a finger down if the other person has threatened to harm themselves if you leave them. Moses puts a finger down. Now there's only one question that Trisha puts a finger down to, and that's something along the lines of put a finger down if your partner's ever gaslit you. Then the last question is the one that really puts the icing on the cake. Put a finger down if they've ruined your life. And what does Moses do? He puts a finger down. The relationship is like that. Why is he proposing to her? And why is he marrying her? Now, we've got over some reasons that she could be marrying him. But I can't think of anything for him. I'm guessing he's a citizen. And that's the only thing I could think would be. Because there has been exes who have said that Moses have said to them they don't like Trisha. So there's that. So moving on. Last week they got married. They actually went through with it. Well, the charade anyway, at least. Whether it was real or not is another question. That would take someone checking up records. And I ain't doing that. But what happened on the wedding day? There are rumours that Jason Nash was there that day. Now, since breaking up with Trisha, I believe that Jason has suffered with PTSD. I would too if I was made to have an injection in my dinky. Just saying. Just saying. But then you got Moses and Trisha sitting down in front of the camera after getting married. And Trisha's making all kinds of faces that you could think they were forced. And then Moses says something. I'm going to play that for you.
They're not letting Jason in.
Oh, like they should let him in.
Thing? Yeah, they're not
In
letting
the front door?
Yeah, they're
I
saying
let him
his
in
name is
here.
not
Oh
on
my
the list.
God. He is.
Doesn't close. I was like, wait a minute, I don't have a shirt.
Damn.
I ran down.
My brother too, right?
And where'd you get it?
The valet, not talk about it after. Roll it.
They're not letting Jason in.
Oh, like they should let him in.
Thing?
Yeah, they're not
In
letting
the front door?
Yeah, they're
I let
saying
him in
his
here.
name is not
Oh
on
my
the list.
God. He is.
Doesn't close. I was like, wait a minute, I don't have a shirt.
Damn.
I ran down.
My brother too, right?
And where'd you get it?
I went to like one of the stores down the street where I got the customs.
Men's Warehouse?
Yeah.
Sponsored.
Thank you.
Our wedding video is sponsored by Men's
They should. I drove there. Oh, so the guy didn't want to give me the car.
Because he thought you were leaving. He thought you were leaving
I
me.
love those shoes.
He was just like, well, she said, no, but he said, like, she said specifically not to give you the car.
Yeah, but
As you can see, Moses is saying that he couldn't get the car out. Trisha leaps in without thinking. Completely without thinking. There's no thought process going on right now. When she says, yeah, because they think you're going to leave me. And then she checks herself. And says, who told you that? Are you serious? Was it a joke? But it wasn't quite quick enough for people to miss it. And that's the thing. And because of that, Trisha then took to TikTok. Now, I'm going to show you what Trisha said on TikTok.
I got married this weekend. And the rumors have been circulating. Did I have a runaway groom? And did I trap him? at our wedding venue, so he had to marry me. Let's talk about it. So, because we had the most perfect, wonderful wedding, it has to find something, which here I'm glad to be entertainment. The headlines are, even that Trash Insider did an article, they can never get one thing right. They're literally the National Enquirer of the internet. Paytas holds Hotman hostage so he couldn't leave. No one really listened to the video. He's like, we were trying to figure out when he told me that he went to go get shirts, they wouldn't give him the car. We were trying to figure out what that meant. I'm like, one, were they joking? Two, we were trying to find out who told them they couldn't take the car. It was either someone at the venue, someone coordinating our wedding, or it was obviously a joke. We didn't know. We're like, you can't leave. And then I was like, well, maybe they meant because we said we were getting married, we didn't want our car parked out in front and to not take the car out. I even say in the clip that everyone's talking about, I'm like, why wouldn't they let you take the car? Like, what if you needed a burger? I said this in the video. What if you needed a burger? What if you had a panic attack? And he's like, exactly. Never once was he like, oh, Trisha, they said Trisha said not to take the car. That's not what he said. And people really do love to twist up. Second, when I'm walking down the aisle, and my dad gives me away, and like, because he stopped rushing away, I do. And Moses like runs off, and I was like, why did Moses run away? Well, let me tell you that. So at a rehearsal, the stage had front stairs to get up on the stage because I have a really long dress. At the actual ceremony, for some reason, they decided to move the stairs to the side of the stage. So Moses was instructed to come help me, I guess, and get up because I didn't know where the stage was, or the stairs rather. So he ran after he saw me walk down the aisle to come help me up. So I know there's a lot of people out there that are bitter, doesn't want to gossip or all that stuff like that, but I'm sorry that I'm so hot and in love and you're not. But maybe if you start showing love, you'll start receiving love back. Radiate love and positivity. I got married this weekend, and the rumors have been circulating.
So Trisha is in complete and utter denial. Complete and utter denial. It's kind of like taking the kid to the sweet shop and saying, have you eaten all your chocolates already? They look at you. They say no, but their face is covered in chocolate. Okay. Okay. You want to laugh in their face, but you also want to keep a straight face. Because children are hilarious like that. So, just for the sake of Trisha, and anyone who might have missed it the first time, I'm going to re-add the clip from the wedding day.
Because they're not letting Jason in.
Oh, like they should let him in.
Thing?
Yeah, they're not
In
letting
the front door?
Yeah,
Winter.
they're
I
saying
thought you meant
his
here.
name is not
Oh
on
my
the list.
God. He is.
Doesn't close. I was like, wait a minute, I don't have the shirt.
Damn.
I ran down.
My brother too, right?
And where'd you get
Yeah,
it?
I went to like one of the stores down the street where I got the
Men's Warehouse?
Yeah,
Sponsored.
thank you.
Our wedding video is sponsored by Men's
They should. I drove there. Oh, so the guy didn't want to give me the car.
Those are so.
Because he thought you were leaving. He thought you were leaving
I
me.
love those shoes.
He was just like, well, she said, no, but he said, like, she said specifically not to give you the car.
Yeah, but
Who said that?
The valet parking.
Did they say that about me?
Yeah, it was so funny.
The more I hear it, the more ridiculous it gets. Honestly, it really does. Like, the way that she jumps in, yeah, because she thought because they thought you were going to leave me. And then she quickly tries to rectify that and say, but who told you that? Why would anyone say that to you? What if you needed a burger? What if you needed a burger? Are you kidding me? What if you needed a burger? I could think of things that would be more urgent than a burger. Anyways, now that I've said all that, I am going to say goodbye because I need to get ready to go and get my booster. I may take you with me. We shall see. I am nervous because I've seen a lot of people saying they got really sick after their booster. So, fingers crossed. I'm not looking forward to this, but it has to be done. If I'm going to protect myself and my family, mostly my family, then I need to get the booster done. So I shall speak to you later. Have a good day. Oh, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let's get a conversation going about this. Have a great day. Bye.